There are some absolutely massive discounts on AAA games for PS5 right now, and I went through the whole list and pulled out the best ones. We are talking huge titles, some of the best games on the platform, at prices that are just hard to believe. I am going to start this list with one of the best PS5 exclusives ever made. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is 58% off for $29. You are playing as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales this time around, and the way the game switches between them keeps things constantly fresh. The web swinging feels incredible, the story is genuinely great, and visually it is one of the most impressive games on the platform. It's not super cheap, but under $30 for this is a really strong deal. Then we got Dead Island 2 Ultimate Edition, 90% off for $7. One of the most fun zombie games in years for $7. You are in a sun-soaked Los Angeles, hacking and slashing through hordes of zombies with improvised weapons, and the gore and combat just never gets old. The Ultimate Edition includes all the Delk on top of the full game. And real quick before we continue, if you are also gaming on PC, Xbox, or Nintendo, and you are looking for crazy deals on those platforms too, you need to check out ENEBA. It is basically a marketplace where you can find keys and discounts for literally every game across every platform, and the deals on there are honestly ridiculous all year round. Like right now, they have Squirrel with a Gun on PC for over 90% off for under $1. Then on Xbox, you got It Takes Two for under $8 with 14% cashback on top of that. Or you can get the entire Batman Arkham collection for $9. And there are honestly hundreds more deals like that across PC, Xbox, and Nintendo, so whatever platform you are on there is something for you. And if you are low on cash and just want a game for free, ENEBA also has this platform called Snacksy, where you can actually earn rewards just by playing games. And some of these rewards are too good to miss out on. And on top of all of that, if you use my link in the description to sign up, you get a $10 welcome bonus just for joining. Then we got the Resident Evil 4 Remake, 60% off for $16. You get Leon Kennedy in rural Spain, rescuing the president's daughter, and it is an absolute thrill ride from beginning to end. The remake completely modernizes the controls and visuals while keeping everything that made the original a classic. One of the most fun and replayable games in the whole franchise, and this price for it is a great deal, I think. Then we got Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, 85% off for $9. This game was such a pleasant surprise when it came out. The banter between the Guardians throughout the whole thing is genuinely hilarious, the story has some real emotional weight to it, and the combat is fun. It got overshadowed by the Avengers game, which was a completely different and much worse experience, but this one is brilliant. Then we got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, 58% off for $29. This game was basically a PS5 showcase when it launched, and it still looks jaw-dropping. The way it uses the SSD to jump between dimensions almost instantly is something that genuinely could not be done on older hardware. It is fun, charming, and a perfect game to just sit back and enjoy. Or, if you are more into racing games, check out Need for Speed Unbound Palace Edition, 90% off for $8. The most recent NFS game with a really cool stylized art direction and tight street racing gameplay. The Palace Edition includes extra content, and $8 for the newest game in the series, with everything included, is a great pickup for racing fans. Then we got Hogwarts Legacy, 85% off for $12, one of the biggest games of its year for just $12. It's been on discount for a while now, but it's totally worth mentioning again. A massive open world set in the wizarding world where you are exploring Hogwarts, learning spells, and living out the full fantasy. The amount of content and the detail put into recreating this world is just impressive. Then we got Rise of the Ronin, 58% off for $29. This one is from Team Ninja, the studio behind Nioh, and it is a massive open-world action RPG set in late 19th century Japan during a period of huge political upheaval. The combat is deep and satisfying, the world is beautiful to explore, and the story lets you shape your character's allegiances in interesting ways. Then we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 60% off for $28. You already know Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 brought back the classic characters and had one of the better campaigns the series has put out in recent years. $28 for the full package is solid value if you want to catch up on the story before the newer entries. Then we got Doom Eternal, 75% off for $10. One of the best first-person shooters ever made for $10. The combat in this game is like a violent ballet with demons and stuff. You are constantly moving, managing resources, and chaining together kills in this incredibly fast and satisfying loop. I really think that $10 for Doom Eternal is just an insane deal, and honestly one of the best value pickups on this entire list. Then we got the A Plague Tale bundle, 65% off for $28. You are getting both A Plague Tale Innocence and A Plague Tale Requiem together. Innocence is the stunning original set in plague-ravaged France, and Requiem is the gorgeous PS5 sequel that expands everything massively. Two of the most cinematic and emotionally powerful games on the platform bundled together. So you were kind of getting one game for $14, which is a great deal. Then we got Watch Dogs 2, 85% off for $7.49. This one is honestly way more fun than the first game, and a lot of people slept on it. You are a hacker in San Francisco taking down a tech corporation, and the open world is just a really fun sandbox to mess around in. The hacking tools give you so many creative ways to approach situations. Then, we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, 85% off for $6. The final chapter of the modern Lara Croft trilogy set in the jungles of South America. The stealth and survival mechanics are the best they have ever been in the series, and the Definitive Edition packs in all the DLC challenge tombs. You know, $6 for the complete experience is just a great deal. Then we got Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, 85% off for $6. You got BJ Blazkowicz taking the fight directly to Nazi-occupied America, and it is just as brilliant as the New Order. Intense gunplay, a surprisingly emotional story, and some of the most memorable set pieces in any first-person shooter. Then we got Shadow of War Definitive Edition, 90% off for $6. The Nemesis system, the Orc army building, the whole massive Middle-earth open world, plus all the DLC story content in one package. For this cheap, the Definitive Edition of one of the most creative open world games ever made is just crazy value. Then we got Psychonauts 2, 80% off for $12. This one came out after a 16-year wait, and it absolutely delivered. You are a psychic secret agent diving into the minds of different characters, and every single level is built around a completely unique mental landscape. It is one of the most creative and imaginative platformers ever made. Then we got Just Cause 3 XXL Edition, 80% off for $6. This is a pure open world action adventure. You have a grappling hook, a wingsuit, and an entire Mediterranean island to blow up in the most creative ways possible. The XXL Edition includes all 3 DLC packs on top of the full game. $6 for hours and hours of explosive sandbox fun is just a great deal. Then we got Saints Row the 3rd Remastered, 85% off for $4.49. The best Saints Row game completely remastered with updated visuals. It is absolutely absurd and does not take itself seriously for a single second, which is exactly what makes it so fun. Ridiculous weapons, over-the-top missions, and just pure chaotic entertainment. $4.50 for one of the funniest open-world games ever made is a fantastic deal. Then we got Crysis Remastered, 70% off for $9. The legendary game that once destroyed every PC on the planet, now properly remastered. You are a super soldier in a nanosuit taking on both enemy forces and aliens in a huge open sandbox environment. The nanosuit powers give you so much freedom in how you approach every situation, and $9 for this iconic shooter is a solid pickup. And then we got Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition, 90% off for just $3, saving the best price for last. This is a full Souls-like RPG where you inhabit the bodies of fallen warriors, each with their own unique playstyle. It's dark, atmospheric, and surprisingly deep from a smaller studio. $3 for a complete Souls-like experience is honestly one of the best deals on this entire list, and the perfect way to close things out. We got many more deals out there. Let me know which games you want to see next.